Dan the man.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. Is this a good time for you?
Yeah, yes, yes it is.
So I don't know what we talked about, but did we talk about making a video or not?
Yeah, you guys sent me an email yesterday and said for me to call you and that we would have a video set up.
I don't even remember what it is you're going through, but I'm glad I get a chance to get a hold of you, and so we can discuss whatever it is that whatever it is your issue is. I've got the video rolling here. I need a daily video, so I appreciate the opportunity to be able to do this. Tell me what's going on, Andy.
Well, I just got off a 22-day water fast.
How many days?
400 pounds.
Okay, so
I stepped on the scale yesterday and it read 368. So I was 364 last Tuesday. I weighed myself today. I was 368. So I realized I'm going to be gaining weight back, but I'm totally confused about my size. I checked out your videos, like hundreds of them, but I don't know which one is going to be right for me, for my size, how many juices I should be having in a day, which ones, which juices would you recommend for me? And I also ordered your DVD yesterday about the lose a pound a day one.
okay.
But I was just figuring that you probably dial it in for each person based upon their size or their weight or what muscle they have on.
Yeah, sort of, but not really. I mean, it's all kind of the same in a certain way. It's really strange. So basically, I'm going to reiterate because the volume and the stuff wasn't set up quite yet. But basically, you did a 22-day water fast. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was 22 days, yeah.
Okay, 22-day water fast. You lost how much weight?
37 pounds.
Okay, and now you're gaining some of it back.
Yes, I am.
Okay, no big deal. Don't sweat it. Are you eating raw foods?
I'm trying as best as I can.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So, is it different for everybody? Not really. Now, there are a lot of different diet programs in the world, and apparently the whole world is turning and this keeps going on, and everybody gets up and goes to work and does everything and eats all kinds of different diets. But in the context of helping people, I help people lose weight, I help people to eliminate disease conditions, and I help people to improve the quality of their lives in many different ways, as well as spiritual. And so I'm sure you've heard me say a million times before that I really do believe that two of the best foods for human beings to help within the context of which I spoke of are the fresh fruits and the leafy green herbs. Okay? Now, here's one thing I'll let everybody know. I came up with this a few days ago. Fruit makes you cute. Herbs make you beautiful. So when you combine the two, you become cutiful. Okay? And I'm trademarking that. So, cutiful is my new word. So in order for everyone to... I also work in the enhancement of beauty, Andy. So... And I'm a guy, and I'm really into my own beauty, and I'm into the beauty of helping other people to feel as beautiful as they can. Now, what is it that creates the weight loss, the eradication of the disease conditions, and the health, spiritual connection, and beauty? Energy. Energy, energy, energy. The more... Is there anybody watching this video who wants to have less energy? How about you, Andy? Would you like more energy?
I could always use more energy.
Okay, everybody can use more energy. You can get so high on energy that you leave your body behind, but I'll leave all that for the spiritual people. But right now, we're all just trying to feel better, more clear-headed, more connected, and lose weight. So what you want to do is you want to create a displacement in your body, and instead of eating foods that are really heavy and tend to stop the flow of the lymphatic system, which is really, when you're overweight, you've basically got issues with the lymph draining out of the kidneys, because the excess weight is toxemia and metabolic waste that have built up interstitially, in other words, between cells. And the lymphatic system is a series of millions of tubes that run throughout the body, as well as lymph nodes, which produce white blood cells and gobble up the garbage so that it can be filtered out through the kidneys. So, in other words, we're kind of doing this theme again. We'll probably call this video How to Start a Raw Food Diet again. And Andy, now, sometimes you think, oh, for my weight, it might be different. Now, if someone's toothpick skinny, I'm going to do something a little bit different. But for the average person that wants more energy, because when you get more energy, Andy, you're going to automatically lose weight, because you're going to have more activity and you're going to flush the body of excess waste that is built up. And excess proteins, cooked high-heated fats get sticky, and the excess starches and carbohydrates that tend to also coagulate. Go ahead, please.
In 2007, I had deep vein thrombosis in my left leg, and I noticed that when my water was going down my leg, that usually where I had like a defined calf muscle, now it's like a big jumble of veins and bulgy, skin, and especially by my ankle. And I'm noticing now that I'm gaining some water weight back, that it's going right back to the ankle again. So, that's one of the things I really want to work on too. In the meantime, I'm during all this, and I'm hoping that the juices will be able to help me with that too. And
it will, and the reason why it will, to help you to release that edema or that water weight, is because the body, when the detoxification systems, the kidneys particularly, are clogged up and backed up and not filtering properly, your body uses water in order to buffer acids in the body. So we've got to quit putting in acids. Most foods that humans eat are acid forming. Watermelon, on the other hand, is a flushing, diuretic, alkaline type food, as well as grapes, cucumbers, celery, spinach, the simple basic foods I like to use in order to help people to go on this raw food diet and make it work for them as an energy building program. Okay, so what I'm trying to introduce is more energy for people, so that when you start eating these foods and flushing the kidneys, you get a displacement for all the other foods which are less than easy to digest. So the metabolic residue from, say, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is much higher than oranges. Okay, so when people start eating oranges, was that funny?
No, I was agreeing with you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I was hoping you were laughing, because I think that's pretty funny. Now, is there anything wrong with a peanut butter sandwich? No, there's nothing wrong with any kind of food. It's just that, how does that food respond in your body? That's a question you've got to ask. Is it going to energize the cells and allow the detoxification pathways to remain open, or is it a heavier, stickier, more mucus-forming type of food? And in your case, since you... Say it again?
I just think about peanut butter. Like, if you leave it on a knife in a sink, how it's the most worst smelling product you can have, like in your sink, and that's just by not cleaning it off in like 4 hours. It just stinks.
You got it. Now check it out.
I really want that in my body.
And now, not only, that's beautiful, Andy, the way you look at that, because I've looked at it like that for years. Here's what it is. If you want to know if you're eating clean or not, when you go to rinse your plate in the sink, after whatever it is you eat, can you rinse that? Can you rinse the plate with a body temperature water, 98.6, and rinse that plate clean? When you eat watermelon, you can rinse that right under cold water. Boom, you're done. That's cellular cleanse. When you take peanut butter, how long does it take you to clean that peanut butter off that knife with hot water and soap? it takes you like 30
You
seconds.
you have to use a sponge or, a good scrubbing pad, to get it off.
Now, there are digestive enzymes, but you're still, look at the chemistry of peanut butter as opposed to an orange, and how that's going to respond from your mouth to your anus and all through the tubes and pipes in your body. So peanut butter is one of the worst. Also, too many nut butters. I mean, a serving of nuts for a human being is like 8 or 12 nuts. You know what I mean? 8 or 12 almonds is a serving. And guess when you go to a raw food restaurant, you're eating like 50 cashews in one little slice of cashew coconut cheesecake, which is very similar to peanut butter. Not nearly as bad. Peanut butter, I ate even wild raw jungle peanuts once, and I made a sauce out of it, David Wolf's Wild Jungle Peanuts, and I had acne for like a month. And that's when I went and I filmed my Beautiful and Radiant Skin Detox DVD, and I had acne for the cover of that one. After years of no acne, I ate peanut butter, the Wild Jungle Peanuts, and got hella bad acne, and had to take a picture. And my guy Mike, he didn't even airbrush me out, So that was funny. That it was so funny. But anyways, I don't recommend the peanuts in any way, shape, or form, or peanut butter. So we can move on from that. But think about the chemistry of the food that you're eating, my friend. And that, like, things like peanut butter, how does it rinse off the plate? And that's how it's going to rinse out of your cells. Because, now, like I said, there are enzymes. But if you want to lose weight and be beautiful and have a lot of energy, you're going to want to eat more of those foods that are going to rinse clean from the plate. Now, avocados, you eat a half an avocado. Avocados and things like that, they will rinse with warm water as well. But they also emulsify a lot more easily. And your body does have digestive enzymes. But in the weight loss program, I think people should detoxify their body with high fruit diet and, for balance, leafy green vegetable juices. Now, those are pure cellular flushers and energizers and nutrifiers of the cells, as opposed to builders. The nuts and the fats, well, the fats are more lubricators, and they are necessary for long-term health. There's no doubt. But what I want to say to you, Andy, is that, and anybody else who's overweight or trying to eliminate disease conditions, is that your body will recycle everything. So when people are like 300 pounds and they're like, well, where do you get your protein from? I'm thinking, are you trying to build up? Because protein is like bricks, 2x4s, lumber. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need any more of that. All you need right now is cellular energizers, and that is fruit sugar, and secondary is vegetable sugar. And I like the vegetable sugars because they're much more slow burning, they're more stable, and I also like the chlorophyll, which I think is a deodorizer, and it's also a cell strengthener. I like to bring in herbs like dandelions, cilantro, parsley, etc. Simple stuff you find at the store for cell strengtheners. So again, Andy, what I want you to know is that in your case, what I'm going to prescribe for you, which I do for most people because it's just my trip, and it's what I do every day too. Like yesterday I ate all fruit, total fruit day. No greens, no nothing. And I felt great. I feel great. I woke up this morning feeling really good. Now, for you, Andy, I would recommend eating as much organic fruit as you care for, and the more simple those meals are. I mostly sit down for a mono meal. Yes, last night I had figs for dinner. I probably ate 5 pounds of figs, in one sitting, and that was it. That's all I had for dinner. Before that, for lunch I had a cantaloupe and a whole bunch of giant heirloom tomatoes. So that wasn't a mono meal. I ate the cantaloupe, I waited about 5 or 10 minutes, and then I came back to the truck. I was at a rest stop, and I ate I probably ate like 8 or 10 good-sized tomatoes, and that was my lunch. And for breakfast, I had grapes, and I only had a little bit of grapes, and then I gave the rest of them to these hungry people, and then I just ate cherries. So basically, instead of mono meals, I had bi meals. So that's bi meals, which I'm just making this up right now, is 2 things. So 2 or 3 sorts of fruit is a good meal, as long as you remember to eat the melons first, because they digest the fastest. Then the high water fruits like mangoes, grapes, cherries, oranges, and then your heavier fruits like dates and bananas last. Okay, so hopefully everyone understands. The more high water that the fruit is, the faster it digests, and you're going to want to eat that first. So Andy, you can reference this video later so that you can hear this stuff again. And I'm going to finish on, and then I'll answer any questions you have. And now, okay, so do you understand what I mean by 2 or 3 different types of your favorite delicious? It has to be good. It has to be ripe. And it has to be satisfying. If you get like unripe figs, it's kind of depressing. They're like little dry bombs. But if you get super ripe figs that are just dripping with syrup picked on the tree just right, very satisfying meal. Same thing with any different kinds of fruit. Like one of those watermelons that has no flavor, you're going to try to make a meal out of that and be satisfied? No, that's depressing. And you're going to have to go get a cheeseburger. You got to source good fruit. So what I do is I ask the produce manager, hey, can I try this cantaloupe? Okay, so let's say, for example, I know right now the cantaloupes coming into Whole Foods are epic. So what am I going to do? I'm going to buy a couple, but then once I get home and try those out and like, yes, these are good, I'm going back to the store and I'm going to be heavy on those cantaloupes until they're gone. Why? Because I know they're good and I know they're satisfying. If I go to Whole Foods, get a cantaloupe and it's kind of dry and not really ripe and it doesn't taste good, done. I'm not going to get those again. I'm going to leave those alone and wait till the next batch comes in. So learn how to source delicious fruit, because the fruit, Andy, is going to give you the energy that you need, and fruit digests the best and energizes the cells and flushes the colon, okay? And what that does is provide cellular energy as well as, for me, cosmic energy. Last night, I swear, God was talking to me loud and clear because of on a day on fruit, that's usually what happens. I can feel my connection. Fruit is very elevating, but it's also very energizing and easily to digest for the body. So what's going to happen, Andy, is you're going to be excited and you're going to have the energy to get up and get out and go. And that's what you need to do with where you're at right now. There is something I need to mention while it's on the top of my mind. I have a friend who I'm going to do a video with him, Pete. I'm going to do a video with you in the next couple days or so. Now, Pete, he wants to lose weight too, but you know what he's doing? He's working out too much. And you know what happens when you work out too much? All you do is create...
You actually burn muscle.
Well, not just that, bro. Actually, I don't think you really burn muscle, but what it is you create more acids from heavy lifting, high reps, and you're trying to alkalize and get the lymphatic system moving, okay? And now you're working out, trying to lose weight. You might be building muscle even, but you're building up the acid waste in the body, not allowing the lymphatic system to flow. So in your case, Andy, what you're going to want to do is basically just get more cellular energy and do moderate exercise and go heavy on the resting. Learn how to rest your body, mind, and spirit. A lot of people are overweight because they're stressed. They don't know how to relax, and the only thing they know how to do is to produce serotonin and dopamine through the process of eating foods. Okay? Does that strike a chord with anybody? How about you, Andy? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you need to learn how to, eat really well. And I'm going to get into the green juices in a minute, but fruit first, okay? Fruit is going to be your number one food, but nobody wants to get way out of whack balance. It's taken me many years to be able to eat nothing but fruit in a day and remain completely balanced and stay stable. But you have to stabilize your spirituality and have other habits in your mind to stay grounded and balanced, okay? So, moderate exercise, Andy. And also, Pete, if you're watching this.
Are we talking about the elliptical or...
Elliptical's cool. I think people should go outside and walk. Get in the sun, get in the fresh air. I know you're from New York, so fresh air is probably a few and far between. But walking around, looking at the beauty of life. Try to do that. If you're trying to lose weight, eat fruit, and go outside and walk and look at the beauty of life. Put on your favorite music and move your body. Walking is the best. You can walk your way to a slim, trim, radiant, illuminated life. I love to walk. Okay, elliptical's good. Yoga is particularly good because yoga opens up everything, makes the joints flexible, opens up the energy centers, and strengthens all the endocrine glands, as well as, stretches the medulla, stretches the spine, opens up the ribs, allows energy to flow into the glands. Okay, it moves the lymphatic system, all very gently while focusing the mind, so increasing your awareness. So I think everyone should practice yoga. I know a lot of people believe it's it's not proper or whatever, or in the Western world they think yoga is some kind of Eastern religion, but yoga is just really healthy stretching is all that it is. So you don't have to get all into it and think that it's some kind of religious thing, because it's not. It's just the yogis of the East. I know you know, Andy, but I'm just saying for people out there, the yogis of the East, why did they stretch every morning? So that they could sit and meditate. All it was to stay healthy, and so that they could sit and meditate for hours at a time. So all it is stretching for health. Yoga. I love it. I love it. And I think everyone should do it. And there's DVDs and there's classes, and yoga is extremely beneficial, especially in weight loss. And just so don't be shy, but so moderate exercise. You don't want to work yourself to death like my friend Pete does, because he's like, why am I not losing any weight? Because he continues to produce acids, and then the kidneys have to deal with those acids from the workout. Instead, my friend Pete, he needs to learn how to let go somewhere and relax his spirit and relax his nervous system, so that the body can heal. And that's true for everyone. We all need to learn how to relax, let go of all the worries, cares, fears, and stresses of life, because when you do that, your nervous system never has a chance to get into that healing mode. So if you're having a disease condition or trying to lose weight, you've got to create a life for yourself that has sanctuary type moments, if you're not able to create total and complete sanctuary. In this world, it's very hard, because it's not a world designed for us to heal ourselves when we've gotten all screwed up and we've got jobs and bills. But we've got to create those moments of sanctuary if we can, okay? And so you have to learn how to relax, Andy. So I don't know if you meditate.
Yes, I've learned how to ground myself.
Okay, with the meditation process. Meditation. Yeah, 7 minutes a day is all it takes. I think 20 minutes is better. Half an hour is great. And when you're meditating, an hour once a day, or an hour twice a day. An hour twice a day for someone who wants to become a meditation, Zen, awareness master. And for the average person, I think about 30 minutes is really, really good practice to ground, balance, and to enhance awareness of what's going on inside your being, so that you can untie the knots that are keeping you sick, overweight, and stressed out. Okay, now, we got fruit. Do you dig it, Andy? You love fruit or what, bro?
I do.
Okay, so...
But, it was before my water fast, in my past, I've been different vegetarian in my life, but I always seem to go back to eating meat. It's like when I was 19 to 22, I was I was juicing, way back in the mid-90s, and I don't know, I was doing really good. I was losing a lot of weight, but I don't know, just something happened, and there I am back to eating meat again. Even I tend to have done that throughout my life. I'm sure my ex-wife, she'd be like, "Oh God, what is he doing now?" I would say, "Well, now I'm eating all beef." Then I would lose a couple pounds, and then I would go back to eating junk food. And now I said, "No, now I'm going to be vegetarian." And my wife would probably say, "Oh God, here he goes again. He's vegetarian. Let's see how long this lasts." So I really want this to. I'm going to stick with this, because I know I'm going to. This whole thing is about me. I want to have energy. I want to be able to play with my children, because there's a lot of times in my past when they couldn't play with them.
I've seen your videos, haven't I, bro? I've seen your video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, right on. Now I know who you are. I got a face. I deal with so many people, bro, that now I realize who you are. Because I remember you talking about playing with your kids. Oh, right, man. Well, let's get you playing with your kids. And so, the water fast. Now I got it. Now I know who you are. Right on, bro. Well, this is cool. Let me. What's your YouTube channel name? Mention that real quick before I forget.
It's just Andy Cater. ANDY Kader.
Kader.
Kader. Yep.
Andy Kader. Kader. And that, so go there and see who this gentleman is, and he's putting the effort in to make this health thing work for him. I know all of you are, and that's why I'm here. I know that this video is getting a little long, but I do feel good today, and I feel like I really want to give information that's going to help people to understand what's going on, to create the most potential for you to gain some insight on what you can do to really create a good life for yourself. This takes patience. And Andy, you probably have what I call hitting the wall. You get to these dark places in ourselves, and it's hard to break through. We feel fear, we run the other way. We eat a roast beef sandwich, and it goes away for a while. But this is it's a spiritual journey, getting healthy, and so it's going to take courage, facing the dark parts of ourselves, and being okay, like sitting there with your discomfort, with your unease, with your self-criticism, observing it. And that's what the meditation is about, is becoming the awareness and witnessing the criticism, the mind. You're like criticizing yourself. But why would I criticize myself? Why do I not like myself? Why am I not able to love myself? And then you just have to slowly but surely untie those knots inside of you that come from youth. They come from the programming of society. They come from school. They come from our institutions, which have programmed us for the lowest common denominator. And now we have to have people like life regenerators that say, no way. God loves you. You are divine. You're a good person. Your inner essence is purity, wholesomeness, and beauty, and all the other programs that are sitting on top of that, muffling out your light, need to have the light of awareness shined on them and released. Okay, so let's get into the green juices, which I think is going to be your next arsenal. And I say the same thing for everyone. Even if there was people that wanted to gain weight, I would say just drink more green juice and lift weights. Now with the weight loss and the disease, you're in a more of a condition where you don't want to create much more acid. You want to have moderate exercise, lots of rest for the body to heal itself. And the green vegetable juices are very beneficial. And I think the more simple, the better. Cucumber, cilantro, lemon. Okay? Something like that, simple, like big jars. For you, Andy, you probably need to drink 2 jars of juice to get satisfied. And the best are the celery, cucumber with the herbs. For breakfast, I'm going to have today, here's an example of my favorite healing juice. Everyone can use this, or branch off if you want, but this is one of my favorite healing juices. I'm going to have celery, cucumber, bok choy, cilantro, dill, kale, and lemon. Okay? And that is like simple. It's a little more complicated than usual for me, but it makes a nice dark green, alkalizing, soothing, cooling, releasing, dispersing, softening, creamy, delicious, satisfying, low sugar, stable, chill out. And then when you drink the green juice like that and you go into the sun, see, the plants use chlorophyll to create energy with the sun. And again, the same way with you. When you drink the chlorophyll drinks, go into the sun, and the chlorophyll's in your blood, you become an energy power plant. So the fruits are the fruit sugars for cellular energy. And then on a more even subtle level is the chlorophyll energy. That's why I believe in that's why my particular life regeneration program does include more of the green juices for stability and balance, a little bit more so than my mentor Robert Morse, a little bit less so than someone who I've learned a lot from, which is Gabriel Cousins. And then if I did want to increase power and strength for people, then I would bring in the Lou Corona nuts and seeds. But most of the people that I work with aren't in a phase of building power and strength. They're still trying to release. And what you're trying to release is weight, metabolic accumulations, and stagnant mental and emotional occlusions energetically. So the fastest, most balanced way that I find is fruits and leafy green juices. We've got up to a half an hour. I wanted to see if I could keep it at that. Andy, are there any burning questions?
Yeah. How many juices a day? How many solid fruits in a day?
Well, I'll give another, oh yeah, we're back to where we started. So it took me 30 minutes. I told you it takes me 30 minutes to get warmed up. Now, here's a typical day for me, sort of. Whole fruit is very easy. It's ideal, if I had an ideal condition, I might be more likely to drink juice in the morning. But since I'm always here and there and everywhere, it's easier for me to have usually whole fruit for breakfast. But here's a great plan, and you can play with this as much as you want. Either wait first thing in the morning for everybody. Here's a great morning drink. I drink Heal-All tea. So if you can either drink Heal-All tea first thing in the morning, or you can have a lemon with water, or you can do lemon honey, or you can do my version of the Master Cleanse, which is, so basically I'll give you two options, and then you guys can play with this and learn what you can. But first, either some kind of Heal-All tea from God's Herbs, which is just an awesome way to start the day, to tighten, tonify, and flush, okay? Or you can do my version of the Master Cleanse, which is lemon, honey, and ginger. I'm not really a fan of the cayenne. It's a little bit, I love cayenne, but it gets to be a bit irritating when you become more and more of a fruitarian. As you get more of a baby pink GI tract from all the fruit, the cayenne gets a little bit abrasive. So what I like to do is use ginger, which is a little less abrasive, but with some of the same properties. And actually, ginger has significantly more properties than the cayenne, but it also is a vasodilator. It opens up and expands the cardiovascular system. So it's a cardiotonic. The ginger, honey, and lemon. So basically like a 32-ounce jar. You could do 16, so you'd go half. But a 32-ounce jar would be ideal in the morning for a bigger guy like you. And that would be pure water, almost to the top, 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed ginger. And that is a great morning tonic to flush, because the lemons pull last night's, the body cleanses itself at night. When you drink lemons in the morning or the Heal-All tea, it'll flush all that junk out of there and get your kidneys flowing and start you on the right path. Now that's first thing in the morning, whatever, 7, 8 o'clock after meditation. Okay, now around, I usually eat around 9 or 10. My ideal day is my Heal-All tea in the morning, and then a meal at noon and a meal at 6. That's my ideal day, and I do shoot for that. And those are the days that I usually feel the best when I ate right, because when you eat when the sun is highest in the heaven, digestion is best, and that's when you should have your heaviest and biggest meal of the day, when digestion is at its peak. And then at 6 p.m., a nice refresher, a moderate-sized meal of whatever. Usually for most people, a nice salad at the end of the day is very refreshing, stabilizing emotionally, great fiber, chewing to relax after a long day's work. But I had fruit for dinner last night, figs, and I felt great. I woke up this morning feeling fantastic. So let's go into lunch. Around anywhere from between 12 or 10 and 12 should be the largest meal of the day. And that can be either a vegetable juice or a, let's speak in the context of weight loss. But so this will be for weight loss or for people dealing with conditions. And that would be, and thank you for being patient, Andy, I appreciate it. That would be another big fruit meal of 1 to 3 different types of fruit, and some type of green if you want to kind of balance that out. But in the weight loss, I would do the fruit or a jar for the average person, and for larger people to stay satisfied, a couple of jars of juice. I have a lot of energy and a lot of muscle, so I burn up a lot of calories just being as I am. So I will drink 2 jars of juice myself for a meal. That's 64 ounces of juice in one sitting, and that'll hold me for 3 or 4 hours. It'll probably hold you too, Andy, for 3 or 4 more hours. So for lunch, a meal of all the fruits you want, of 1 to 3 different types, and make sure that your combinations go from the most high water to the nutrient dense. So watermelons first, then grapes and cherries, oranges, and then up to the dates and bananas, figs, etc. Okay? And next, okay, and then your evening meal. Now that can either be, if on the high-end program, super high regenerator, life regeneration, I want to get this done program, another fruit meal. You know, because fruit, as long as you can manage it energetically, psychically, and spiritually, fruit just starts making stuff happen. And if you're having trouble staying stabilized, that's when you bring in a nice salad. And if you're having a lot of trouble staying stabilized, you bring in a little bit of steamed vegetables, some broccoli, zucchini, carrots, whatever, to sort of, you know, because everyone's at a different level and you have to be able to process this, and you don't want to create more stress by cleansing and detoxifying and waking up too fast. It's too stressful to wake up too fast to all the BS inside of you, if you will. Okay? So the epic thing would be another fruit meal. And another thing you can do for your evening meal is another couple of jars of green juice. Sometimes I like to have a green juice. You can also bring in a little bit of fat at night and take that same green juice I made and blend in a half of an avocado. You know, if you're going to share it with somebody, double the recipe and put the whole avocado in. But in the weight loss, and that's just for stability too, in the weight loss, you want to pull out all the fat. If you really want to get rid of diseases and disease conditions and energize and detoxify and lose weight, you pull out all the fat, all the nuts. Now, you only do that in the short term. I'm not saying you live the next 20 years of your life on a no-fat diet, you know what I'm saying? But you can go on a no-fat diet for several months and you're going to be okay, because for the people that are obese, your body's going to recirculate all that stuff. And you're going to, you know, your body's just going to use, it's not going to get rid of what it can use. Your body is very intelligent, very efficient. So it's going to use all that old fat that's sitting on you. It's going to get rid of all the toxins within the fat through the kidneys or the skin if the kidneys aren't working good. But it's going to, and it's going to recycle. And so basically you want to keep on energizing the cells. And you don't need to worry about like fat deficiencies or stuff if you're obese. Now, if you're toothpick skinny and you haven't had any fat for 6 months, you need to, you know, just be smart. But a non-fat diet or a low-fat diet for extended periods of time is okay, because I've proved it on myself over and over again, and I'm a pretty thin guy. It's been actually several days since I've eaten any fat at all. And you just get more and more energized, okay? But now I'm saying you still need fat for cellular integrity. So please, my friend, remember the context in which we're speaking. So do you understand? Okay. And then, Andy, the last thing for stability, and my friend out there in YouTube, is a salad at night. A low-fat or a non-fat salad. If you're going to eat a non-fat salad, guess what? It's going to be humongous. I eat gigantic bowls of salad. And I'll put like an orange tomato dressing or a lemon lime dill dressing, or you can make you can use garlic if you want. I don't really, because it makes my breath not the best, but I'll use like ginger, basil, and lemon dressing is good, or ginger, basil, and lime. And then sea salt is okay, but I find that the sea salt kind of leaves me, it kind of waterlogs my kidneys. And so in your case with the edema, you may want to take out all the salt, and you'll find, I think that you'll find that you'll start releasing water a lot more rapidly, especially if you go on a high melon diet. The best foods for you, Andy, right now are going to be melons, grapes, cherries, and any kind of berries that you want to throw in. And at any time, you can also have a non-fat smoothie. So what are the, and I'm going to wrap up this video because we did pretty good. I think I answered your question okay, at least gave you some ideas.
Yes, you did.
You want to stay flexible, and you want to use, here's your arsenal of tools for everyone who's trying to stay high, raw, clean, okay? First of all, fruits. Number one, the best, most easily digestible. All you got to do is grab the cherries, rinse them off, and eat as many as you want until you're full. When you're done, boom, your appestat shuts off. You just ate the perfect amount. Now you go out and you do your work, and you play with your kids, you get your work done, or you go out for your exercise. Boom, fruit. Okay? Green juices, number two in the arsenal of Radiant Health. Any kind of green juices, most people, they don't have a lot of skills. Order some of my DVDs and learn how to make super delicious and simple. Because sometimes people put like 20 or 30 things in one juice, and I say to myself, I could never drink that. But they chug it down and it works, you know. But, you know, 3 to 5 ingredients is ideal for a juice. Simple. You don't need all this complex nutrition. You just need energy, hydration, and some alkalinity, minerals, and some sugars, you know, and small amounts of amino acids for cell repair if you're in that phase of the game. When I work out, I need a lot more green juice and stuff like that when I go and lift heavy. So, but, and next, okay, next is going to be the smoothies. Mango, spinach, banana smoothie, or like a fig, lettuce, coconut smoothie. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Smoothies are really good too. Smoothies are not the most epic weight loss or regenerative, because when we take out the fiber, it's a lot like the plant fiber is a lot harder to digest. So that's why I like to eat the fruit whole, because the fruit fiber, the fruit cellulose is so gentle, passes through the GI tract. You know, you eat figs for dinner and then you poop figs out the next morning. That's a nice transit time. A good absorption, good elimination, okay? And so when you do the smoothies, that's more of a simple, because everybody knows within about 2 minutes you can have your smoothie made, drinking it, and have the blender clean. So they're very practical, and it's a great way. And some people like the fiber, because the fiber is good. It's just that, remember, plant fiber, green plant cellulose fiber, is a little bit more... it takes a little, we don't have 4 stomachs like an herbivore basically, and so it takes a little bit more systemic energy to move that fiber through. And when you want to save your systemic energy in every way, shape, and form, and that includes the food you eat, the stress, and the excessive activity when you're trying to heal and lose weight. It's kind of counterintuitive, but so smoothies, Arsenal. Good smoothies out there. I haven't done a smoothie DVD. That'll be next year, so we'll all have to wait till then. But maybe I'll try to make some smoothies for y'all in the coming days. I'll try to get on that. I don't drink smoothies that much myself, but they're pretty easy. Banana, spinach, water, you're out the door. Easy. Okay, next is... say it again, brother?
Smoothies before exercise or after exercise?
Smoothies for me would be more of an after exercise thing because of the fiber. I would do the fruits and the green juices prior to workouts, and then I would do smoothies and salads to relax after workouts to bring in some more of that fiber. And last but not least, non-fat or low-fat salads. So in other words, basically, like it's hard to say this, and it's impossible almost to eat a half of an avocado. I can eat one, but and really, in my opinion, in my experience, half of an avocado is basically is a true serving of fat for a human being at a meal and for a day. Like a tablespoon of some kind of oil, or maybe at the most a 1/4 cup of soaked sunflower seeds, or half of an avocado basically, or like 8 to 12 soaked almonds, is enough essential fatty acids, in my opinion and experience, up to this time. I've got a lot more to learn, everyone, but I will continue to experiment with myself. And so if you can get a half of an avocado blended with like 2 or 3 tomatoes maybe, or you can take avocado and orange. It sounds like a combo bombo, but when you blend those two together and mix it with the salad and chew it really well and mix it with a lot of saliva, and you're hungry, it actually digests okay. But I would prefer and I do have a life-saving salads and dressings DVD coming up in about a month. So it's got a lot of great ideas for salad dressings, but non-fat salad dressings are going to be the key for you, Andy. Let me give you one of my favorites. It is orange, tomato, and basil. And if you're not afraid of the garlic does kind of make it on another level as far as senses. So you have more pleasure kind of in a certain way. But then again, you've got the breath thing, and I just think about that. So I can manage it without the garlic, but it does kind of add to it. But that's the best weight loss dressing, I think, because you've got the savoriness of the tomato, the sweetness of the orange, and then you just put that over romaine, cucumbers, cilantro, parsley, some mung beans on there maybe, and you've got yourself a nice salad, or some spinach or whatever. But anyways, a non-fat salad. So we've got fruits, juices, smoothies, and salads. And you know what? You can eat a different one every day for the rest of your life, and you'll never have to eat the same meal twice. Get creative with your raw foods. Explore. Ask the guy at the produce market, hey, can I try this? And this weird fruit. Go to Asian markets, try some of that weird, crazy stuff. Jackfruits, durians, all kinds of great food out there that none of us know anything about. And we really want to educate ourselves as much as we can so that we can return to that natural, pristine diet, which is really just fresh, whole fruits, vegetables, herbs, soaked nuts, and seeds. Andy, are there any other burning questions, my friend?
I'm lucky that I live around, I'm closer to Montreal and Ottawa, so I can go to any one of those places. We don't have a Whole Foods here. We have a co-op in a place called Potsdam, so I'm going to be joining that tomorrow. But all we have here are the big chain grocery stores, and they only have like one or two things of organic stuff. So, and on the weekends we do have farmers markets, so I'm going to start going to them now.
Oh yeah. Fresh.
But one question about my exercise. My exercises for my weights. I always do compound movements, deadlifts, squats, and bench press. Do you start doing that, or eliminate them?
Well, again, like I said, those compound exercises will produce muscle acids, lactic acids, and then you're going to slow down the detox. But I would say, you know, everyone has to go with their intuition on that. It's not the worst thing you can do, especially if you're relatively healthy in other ways and you're just trying to lose weight. So essentially, if you lift heavy, you're going to have to relax even heavier. See what I mean? So
right.
If you lift heavy, you know, once or twice a week.
I don't lift heavy. But usually when I do work out, it's usually compound movements. If I'm not doing individual stuff, you know, I'm not working the machine, but just doing basically squats, deadlifts, and bench press.
I think my advice, I guess, just in the context I have to present it here, is that moderate exercise has been far better for me personally as far as staying healthy than when I used to just kill myself in the gym and ride like 100 miles a day. I still love to ride a lot, and I'll do it again too, and I lift heavy too. But I feel that moderate exercise is the best because you don't want to create more stress and tension on the joints and glands. Now, I know there's a lot of bodybuilders out there and young men that are getting pumped up, and you go and you do your thing and you get pumped up and you just get out of it what you need to get out of it, because I love those days to get in the mean pump at the gym. But now I'm just trying to be wise and live a really good life, and so I just moderate exercise, walking, yoga, moderate weightlifting. I still lift heavy, bicycle riding, walking, hiking, swimming, rebounding, all the good moderate stuff. And that you just want to keep yourself fit and active and breathing and moving and flexible. And you just really want to be spending more time enjoying your life. And that's what exercise is to me, like walking. I just enjoy it. And so it's that more happiness. And when you're happy, your body heals and the weight is released. So all of us trying to get well need to relax, release, and be happy. Find things and follow your heart. Everyone needs to follow their heart and follow their bliss and go where their heart tells them to go. Not where your grandma thinks you should go, not where your pastor thinks you should go, or not where your family thinks you should go, what you should eat and how you should live. But you need to dig deep inside your heart, because God put your mission and your purpose in your heart, and no one can tell you what that is, and the vast majority of mankind will rob that from you because they aren't living in their purpose. And when you're living on your purpose, you need to be careful of who you're hanging around and what they're saying, and do they believe in you or not. You need to be around supportive, loving people, and if you're not, relocate, because life is so precious, my friend. Life is so very, very precious. You don't have time to waste with ex-wives nagging at you or other old friends. Come on, man, let's go do some stuff that we used to do, bro. You know, you just like, no, I ain't even going there, because they'll just want to drag you down. So get around people that are going to lift you up. Get into your heart. Have faith in God. Believe in yourself. and eat as clean and fresh as you can, and make this a commitment for your life. This isn't something you do in 3 weeks. This is something you do for the rest of your life. This is the path to enlightenment, as far as at least as it is when we're talking here on the Life Regenerator. We want to go all the way to the top of the mountain so that we can see the 360 panoramic view with ultimate love and divine love in our heart, power in our body, and peace that passes understanding in our mind. Andy, did we do well today? This has been very, very enjoyable for me. Thank you.
We did.
I hope that you got some help today, bro.
We did very much so.
It is my honor.
I'm waking up tomorrow morning, like I do every morning. I light the taco down, praying for everyone. I pray for all my family, all my relatives, all the people out there who need help. That's what we do. In my culture, that's what we do. We wake up in the morning and when the sun rises, we burn tobacco. And we have our prayers. We thank the Creator for every little thing that He created, or He or she created. We thank the waters, we thank the plants, we thank the animals, we thank the air, the stars, all those that are creation. We thank Him. I'm glad that you're in my life now, and I'm able to learn this stuff, and maybe I'll be able to help my people. One day, tell them not to be eating the bad stuff.
Yes, my brother, help your people. That is what I'm here to do, help my people, and all y'all are my people, and I'm just glad that God gave me these skills. You're a beautiful man, Andy, and I care about you, man. I want you to do well, and you are now going to be accountable to Dan the Life Regenerator. I want to see results, so break through these plateaus, bust through these old patterns of thinking and fears, and walk straight ahead through them, and keep on with your goal of radiant health and beauty so that you can be an example for your people and to help humanity.
I will, and I'm going to be putting up videos to update my progress, and you can check it on there too. It's Andy Cater, Andy Cater on the YouTube channel.
Okay, Andy Cater, and I will put I'll put a link below this video for that, below my other links. So go down in the More Info section and click on More Info and go check out Andy's, and just give the love and support that you guys are notoriously known for doing. Thank you for watching this video in its entirety. Andy, I'm going to let you go now and say goodbye to my friends.
Okay, as we're saying in Mohawk, Ona Kiwai.
Say it again.
Ona Kiwai. Goodbye then.
Oh, okay, got it, my brother. Thank you.
Yep.
Peace.
Hola.
Hola. Thank you, my friend. I wanted to keep it at a half an hour, but if you're still here, then you really wanted to learn this stuff. And this is just stuff I've picked up from mentors, experience, helping people, loving this stuff, loving health, loving life, and having a desire to serve. And that's all that I've been doing, so I'm definitely going to try to continue to keep the daily show going. I appreciate your viewership. It makes my life really awesome to be on purpose here and to simply help people with my little tiny message. It's not going to save them. Well, maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe it will save mankind. Fruits, vegetables, and love. I know the love will. And the fruits and vegetables are they're just special to me. That's the way I see it. That's what I love. That's what's worked for me. The fruits and vegetables gave me hope in a time in my life when I had none. And since then I have done nothing but continue to regenerate on every single level in my life. I'm still learning a lot, not only about food and health, but about relationships and life, spirituality. And I'm here to be an example, to share my strengths and my weaknesses with you, to help you to feel human. I am not special, but there is something special deep down inside of each and every one of us. And that's what needs to be focused on. It's the light inside of you, and that's what needs to be cultivated. And so I will continue to speak on these things here until we all become the children of the light, and we understand that that's exactly what we are, and we find peace with ourselves, and we can quit criticizing ourselves, criticizing others, putting other people down, feeling like we know what's best for the world or even for ourselves. My faith is completely in God, and I have to surrender everything at all times, because my mind will go 100 miles an hour trying to figure everything out, what's the best, and when I stop and let go and let everything unfold. Everything unfolds just perfectly, just the way that it should. Okay? I am Dan McDonald. I'm the Life Regenerator. If you have not, please subscribe to these videos. I appreciate that a lot. Also, sign up for the Insiders Club. There is a live chat July 2nd, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be just 1 hour. I'll just let you know what's going on. We'll talk about health, life, spirituality, and I'll tell you what's going on with my life, what I've got planned. And go check out Woodstock Fruit Festival and sign up there. You can make it out there this summer. It's going to be a great festival. I'd love to see you there. I'm going to do 4 talks. We're going to be filming a DVD, so if you want to get in the DVD and become a part of Life Regenerator history permanently and forever, come out to the Woodstock Fruit Festival. And don't forget to mention me as your sponsor if you do want to come out there. And what's next? There was one other thing I wanted to... Oh, there's one new thing I want to do. Man, I'm long-winded on this one, ain't I? But you love me and you know it. Give this video a thumbs up right now. Click, because I love that. And I'm getting smarter at this. And there's one other thing I wanted to mention, my friend. And this would be a good video for that. And I would love it if people started favoriting these videos, putting them up on their YouTube channels, and also up on Facebook as well. Sharing these on Facebook. The ones that you like, that you think might have helped your family and friends. The one where I'm a little more sane and less eccentric. Although it's pretty hard to hide it. You just eat fruit. What's wrong with you? Oh my God. Anyways, that would be awesome if you start posting these up on the Facebook. You know, I could sit here forever and I feel so much love for you. I have so many friends out there. I know you're watching right now. And you know that I haven't called you back or texted you back or writ you back on the email. Because if I did, I'd go straight bonkers. So I got to sit here right now and tell you that you need to know that I love you and that I care about you and that I put everything I've got that's good into these videos for you. And it's my way of saying hello to thousands of people at once. Because then I can go and have breakfast with my lady, go for a walk, hit the gym, run some errands, and stay sane. So I can do a good job on these videos. Because these videos are my legacy, they're my art. And, you know, y'all mean the world to me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I say y'all and group it, and sometimes I say individual. You mean the world to me, you know. And I just... You know, I like it better when I say you. I want you to feel like, you know, it's kind of it's something that I do that, you know, it's like, it's a smart thing, right? You feel like connected to me, you know what I mean? And that's what I want. It's like, and I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I have a good heart. If you can feel that, then that's good. But I'm also a smart business guy, too. I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I'm just trying to do a good job at this art. I'm trying to be the best that I can be and go as far with this as I can, because success in the name of service has got to be one of the most satisfying and fulfilling things, is it not? I could sit here and talk to you forever. You guys, I did it again. I was going to say, you mean the world to me. I sure do appreciate you a lot. Okay, I'm going to let you go now. And I will definitely keep these videos coming, and more recipes and everything else. By the way, get ready. I hope you're signed up for the Insiders Club, because the most epic 4 more DVDs that are so epic, so much better than the ones we did before. Menus, Dan the Man was way more on point, more recipes, better editing, menus at the beginning so you can go straight to the recipes, on fire, on point, awesomeness. So get ready for the next one, which is launching. It's available, so that's why you want to sign up for the Insiders Club to save some money, because we launch it to the Insiders Club for a lot less, okay? So you can save money on these DVDs, and they're totally worth it. Believe me, you'll get some awesome recipes on this next one. Low fat, raw vegan, recipes for energy and weight loss, 17 recipes, 80-10-10 compatible, with options at the end to spice it up, salt it up, fat it up. So it's just ingenious, and I love it, and I'm proud of it, and I love what I do, and I'm going to let you go now, okay, because I'm not quite satisfied and fulfilled. I want to keep going because I got a lot of things I want to say about health, but I guess I'll have to wait till tomorrow's video. God bless you and your family. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.